Hi guys, Deb Acker here, back with another video, and the title of today's video is Living on a Prayer. I should say I don't have the rights to that song, and I don't have the rights maybe even to sing the song. But anyways, today we're going to really be talking about faith-based action, right? And what does faith-based action look like? And why do we lose our faith to begin with, right? You know, as kids, how do we lose our faith, and why do we lose our faith to begin with, right? For those of you guys who don't know me, I'm an intuitive coach, and I work mainly with women to help them to heal their past, heal their childhood patterns, specifically around abandonment and the abandonment that can show up when we have physically and or emotionally unavailable parents, right? And, you know, first and foremost, today we are talking about taking faith-based action, right? What does that look like? And first and foremost, I want to look at, you know, where we can lose our faith when we're kids, right? And especially if you grew up with a physically and or emotionally unavailable parent, you know, who basically either your parents went through a divorce, right? You know, you had a single parent, where maybe you had a parent suffering from addiction in some way. A lot of those experiences can prime us for losing faith in our parents, right? They can prime us for losing faith in our lives, right? And so, you know, let's take the example, for instance, like your parents get divorced, right? And you have faith, so you're living with your mom and you have faith that your dad's going to show up for you. He's going to continue to show up for you in the way that he showed up for you when you were growing up or when he was living with you. And maybe at some point he lets you down, right? You know, that in some way can set us up where we stop trusting the universe, right? We stop trusting them, the parent, but we also stop trusting the universe. Let's take another example where you had a parent that was going through an addiction, and you know, you were like, this one time they're going to show up for me, or this one time they're not going to embarrass me, right? And they end up letting you down. Again, that can create an experience of where we, you know, lose our faith, right? Where we can, you know, stop trusting the universe. Same thing, like if you had a parent that passed away and you were praying to God that they were going to be okay, right? You were praying to God that they were going to make it through, and then they ended up passing away. Again, that can be an experience where you lose your faith. So first and foremost, it's important to take a look at, okay, where have I maybe lost my faith, right, in my life, and how is that carrying over into my adult world, right? So where did I lose my faith as a kid? And now how am I taking that into my adult world? So how do we start to trust again, right? And start to really tune into our intuition and start to take, again, this faith-based action, right? And so let's take the example, for instance, like if you have a desire to be in a long-term relationship, right? With this, what you need to do first is to find all the ways that you are being and you've been supported in the world around this, right? So, you know, that might might look like, okay, I had a really nice first date, right? Even though we didn't end up going out again, I had a really nice first date and I'm starting to meet nice people, right? So notice if that's true for you. It might also look like breakups, right? Around breakups and looking at, okay, not only is the universe directing me to something better, as I've described to my clients many times, the way this process works, and this can work in all areas of our life, right? But the more we say no to something, then it's like the universe basically recalibrates us to put us into a hell yes, right? So the more, you know, you're dating someone and you realize something that's happening isn't working for you or is off, right? Then, you know, you say no to it or some breakup happens. And again, once you've said no to it, so if it shows up again because the breakup happened and it wasn't your choice, so to speak, right, then you need to make sure you say no to it so that you can tell the universe, okay, bring me something better. You know, I no longer want to have men in my life that aren't treating me kindly, right? So bring me something better. So you need to make sure that you say no to this so that the universe can recalibrate, right? Also, you know, around breakups, not only is it directing you to something better, but it's important in these breakups that you take in all the growth that occurred in the relationship and also all of the growth that occurred in the breakup, right? So, you know, maybe during the breakup, you finally, had the experience of feeling connected to yourself, right? You finally had the experience of actually feeling your feelings or feeling that pain and really taking in that is supporting you. Because the more we're able to feel our pain, the more we're able to heal through something and actually allow it to, you know, use it for all it's worth, right? So if you have an abandonment pattern and you're able to feel that abandonment, the less likely you are to attract that in the next relationship, right? So really, you know, finding all of the ways that you've been supported, step number one. Step number 2 is oftentimes, we get hits. So if we're using the same example of, you want to be in a long-term relationship, oftentimes we get hits to do or not do something, right? Or that certain things are going to happen, right? But we're sort of not that tuned into it, right? So if, for instance, you get the hit, that you're going to meet someone maybe in nature or at a park, right? Starting not only just to take some faith-based action, which might mean you getting online, it might not mean you going to a park, right? But also paying attention, okay, I'm at this park and this person is talking to me. Ooh, I remember that I got, a sense that I might meet someone at a park, right? And staying open in those moments, right? Even if it's not what you expected, or that person doesn't look like what you expected, or they don't have the job that you expected, right? Just really paying attention to that and actually seeing it as being supported. Right? And again, just oftentimes, recognizing that these hits are the universe, source, God, guides, angels, however you see it, right? That we are getting, being supported by them, and they are guiding us down this path because they know we want, a long-term relationship, for instance, right? And then the third piece of this is really holding the space that what you want, the universe, source, guides, angels, God wants for you tenfold, 1,000-fold, right? So again, whether it's, you get a hit to do something specific or not, it's important that you take some kind of action. The universe will not respond to something that you want before you do, right? So you have to tell the universe, like, I want this so bad, right? And I am willing to do things to get it. Like, again, just get on an online app, for instance, if we're using the example that I'm using in this video. Recognizing that, again, that you have to take that action first before, the universe matches you, right, with something that maybe you couldn't see, right? So that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are liking this series, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I have my Healing Through Abandonment toolkit, and it's got 6 different videos that are going to help you to heal through abandonment, in addition to an amazing, awesome, light-filled guide that will also help you to really return to center, return home. The link is below, and of course, you can find out more information about my work at deboraacker.com. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I hope you have a great rest of your day and a great week ahead. Thank you.